Ngā mana, ngā reo, ngā karanga maho kumiti, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, e tira tēnā koutou. Nā tēnā tātou I raro I ngā pūtinga o te hiki. E tira te tātou I raro I ngā pūtinga o tātou nei whānau huru reina I te mata. Me huri ngā whakaro ki a rātou ma I raro I te pare kawakawa o te motu. Koutou ma I ngā marae maha huriranga o Aotearoa, I te taumahatanga o tēnei mea te mate, oki e koutou, e moi, e moi, e moi. Oki pai mai mātou ki a tātou te hungora tātou e tau nei, tēnā koutou, e tira tēnā tātou. Kia ora, everyone, and welcome to Karakia o Te Ahiahi Po. Ko iwi te whau te kingoa. I'm here on behalf of Kingi. He asked me yesterday if I could come to bring Karakia to tonight. And of course, I'm not sure what happened to before. I take up what I'm very thankful for and blessed about. One of the biggest things that Karakia or Te Ahiahi Po was set up to was about offering peace, love, and hope. And as we look around the lake of Te Ahiahi or Rotorua, we have gotten tohi te whanau of mourning the loss of the life. And so tonight we uplift prayers of comfort to all of our families that are mourning the loss of their loved ones at this time, and also to our families outside of Australia that are also mourning the loss of their loved ones. Last week, a few of us went on to one of our friends who passed away. And one of the beautiful things around any of us is the focus and activity that have so many amazing people. Amazing people that have created a space where certain of the poetry of where we continue to celebrate the life of those that have changes the relationship that there is between us. And I think that it's the biggest thing that we're talking about, that we can do because where people don't really know each other and they probably talk about each other and like we really know we're open about stuff and how to take place with the everybody and to be clear that it's not open place with us with this. But before we get started, let us open with the word. The glory of the Lord in the esa nāku e tinga a community nāku e tinga ko. He tanga mo he tinga ki o he tanga e ki te tinga e ki te Haki tinga ki ara tani e te nāku ki a i tanga e te tere e te a te tanga ki haere e te so e te a tere e te a te a a te e e a
Okay, can you hear me now? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that, people. Should I start again? So tonight we're talking about Karakia or Te Ahiahi Po. Thanks, thanks, Amanda. Appreciate that. Oh, Anna. So yes. So tonight we're talking about Karakia and the beautiful things around Karakia, but we also talk about Karakia in the form of tangihana and how Karakia is during these times we can actually acknowledge the fact around Karakia being such an important part of our time that we share with each other, but share with whanau during tangihana. And so that's the discussion that we're having tonight. And in saying that, I'm sorry if you didn't hear the first part of it because my mic was down. But well, never mind. So karakia. So karakia uplifted to all of our loved ones. So many tangihana, but tangihana shouldn't be a time where we um, are just mourning the loved ones, but it's the celebration of the life that they've had in our lives. And so this is a time where we can celebrate those times with our whānau. And as we celebrate this time, we also celebrate the company of everyone that is gathered at our tangihana throughout the whole motu. And so tonight's prayers are uplifted to all of our whānau that are um, mourning the loss of their loved ones, not only here in Te Aroa, but throughout Aotearoa, and not only within Te Ao Māori space, but all of our cousins and our whānau no wiwi no wawa. This is a time where karakia is such an important part to give strength, bring comfort, but also to acknowledge the love that these people have had in our lives for so long. And we talk about karakia in that setting where it's not just about prayer, it's about relationships, it's about um, fellowship, it's about whanaungatanga. Karakia has a huge um, viewpoint, per se, around how we can actually do karakia in its full setting. And so tonight, the kaupapa kōrero is not just about karakia for us tonight, but it's karakia for all of our whānau that have lost their loved ones in the last couple of days, weeks, months, even years. And as we, as Te Ao Māori, try to navigate our way to a new normality during COVID and with the different strains of COVID and the flu, and there's just a whole heap of things that are out there at the moment. It's a time where we can actually stop, reflect, and we can just be still and know that when we lift up prayers or karakia, that we are in a space of just acknowledgement. And so, yes, thank you. So thank you for the space and giving thanks for this space, because it doesn't matter who you are, where, what walk you are. Just know that you don't need to know how to pray or what to pray about, because it's all in your heart. You don't even need to say things. People can just look at you and just say, oh, yeah, that person needs prayer. But it doesn't mean that they have to verbally do it to you or say it to you. What it means is that just know that there are a whole heap of people out there that are praying for you and I, and you don't need to verbally announce that you're praying to people or you're praying yourself, because it can come from the heart, and the stillness of a voice can actually still have so much uplift during a time not only of sadness, but as a time as we journey through life. And as you know, there's a whole heap of us that are going through a journey, and we're going through this rongoa journey per se, but it's a journey where we acknowledge that the fact is, you know, I'm very thankful for the amount of people that continuously send me messages, that continuously see me on the street and just give me a hug, or they send me an email, Facebook, whatever, and just saying that they appreciate who I am, but they are thinking of me during this journey that I'm taking. And for me, I've always said that this journey that I'm on at the moment is a journey not for myself, but everybody that I come into contact with. And that journey that I'm talking about is not just mine, it belongs to anybody that wants to know about it. And so, as we talk about journeys of our lives and stuff, prayer is a crucial part in that setting. And it doesn't matter if you're a Christian or if you're not a Christian or you're Buddhist, whatever. Whatever you believe in, if you believe in Io Matua I Te Kore, if you believe in Te Atua Matua, whoever, it's that's you. And that's your space. You own it. And so you take that on however you want to. And it's not up to us individually to say, oh no, that's wrong, or yes, that's right. It's not. That's not our job. Our job is to go, thank you, and let's support each other during this process. And so that's the process of karakia. And that's the process that we talk about when we are challenged with things in life. So whether if it's been a tangihana, or if you're going through a health journey, if you're um, if you're stressing out at work, or you're looking for work and you're stressing out over finances or whatever it may be, just know that you own the fact of who you want to lift up in prayer. And that's your way of doing it. And no one else can tell you that is right or if that is wrong. And that is your safe space. And tonight, as we lift up prayers for all of our whanau that have lost their loved ones, we also uplift in prayer all of those that are mawiwi, all of those that are currently in hospital, those that are currently at home, um, surrounded by their whānau, knowing that their mamae or their mawiwitanga uh, is on the last parts of their body. And so it's a great time, even these times where we take our whānau home to get ready to pass on. These are the most crucial times where, you know, the aroha starts to be lifted and starts to flow and flow and flow on. And as we remember that tonight, whānau, just remember our whānau that are going through their journey, the whānau that have got this mamae on them, that that we can pray for, not only for recovery, but we pray that the mamae ends or is at ease. But I also wanted to take this time to acknowledge a few people, a few people that have stepped up to this plate and providing afi and support during a time where it's so sad. And so the first two people I want to acknowledge is Rawiri Bana and Natalie Richards. These two people have been updating our tangihana page from my rano for a very long time. And yes, that gets a little bit heavy when you got to add like 4 or 5 people information up on the Facebook page all the time. But that's their aroha. That's them. They appreciate that they can offer that form of afi or support to all of our whānau to make us aware of ngā whakaritenga or what the gender is for each of our whānau that we love so dearly that have passed on. And so to you two, thank you very much for your service, your contribution, and your aroha in that space. The other person that I want to acknowledge too is, of course, Kingi. Kingi has been providing this platform, well, continues to provide this platform for Karakia o Te Ahiahi Po on every Sunday. And very rarely does he have a break Sundays to do his own things. And so, he mihi tēnei ki a koe Kingi, mō tō tautoko i nei o ngā kaupapa i runga i tēnei o tō tatane ipurangi. So, yes, I just wanted to put that out there. A big thank you to all of our whānau that continue to awhi and support our whānau during this process. I also wanted to reach out and mihi to our whānau over in Rarotonga with the passing of our sister Hiriana. And while they were over there, the awhi and support from our whanaunga o Te Kukiairini, and in particular the uiariki, ngā pāariki, ngā kura ariki, koutou ma nei rā te mihi kia koutou. And just the awhi and support from our whānau I reira just helps that process a little bit easier. So in saying that, whānau, a huge thank you to everyone that continues to tune in to Karakia o Te Ahiahi Po. I know Kingi appreciates it. I know that all of our other whānau that join from all over the world appreciate it. And so a huge mihi to everybody. Thank you so much for your contribution to the space. And saying that, that brings us to the end of our karakia mo te pōnei. Thank you, everybody. Kingi will be back next week, hopefully on Sunday, with our karakia. But we will just we'll keep an eye out for each other during that time. But ngā mihi nui, thank you everyone for your messages. Thank you for your aroha. Have a good rest. And if you are going to our different tangihana around the motu, please be safe. If you're sick, stay home. And if you need support or awhi because you're sick, please reach out to any of our providers here in Te Aroa or any providers that are within your area. Nō reira koutou mā, I raro I tēnā. Have a great rest of your week. Kia tau te rangi māri ki rungi a tātou katoa I tēnei wā. Let's close with a word of prayer. E pā te matua ka inui atu kia koe, kia tuku a mai te wairua tapu kia tau wai tō rangi māri e ki rungi a tātou katoa. E pā te atua, ka tuku ngā tēnei mea te aroha ki mua I tō aroaro I tēnei wā. Waihotia tō ringa pā ki runga I te ngakau hau o tēnā o tātou. Mea rātou I raro I te kapua pauri, I ngā matenga o te rā, o te wiki, o te marama, o te tau. O tera, ka huri ngā whakaro kia rātou mā hoki, e mā wiwi ana, I raro, I roto I ngā hoihipara, kei te kainga e mā wiwi ana, ka toro atu mātou tō reo karanga ki runga I a rātane ngākau, kia puta mai ko te aroha e te rangi māri. Nā reira e pā, ka tukuna tēnei whakamoimete I ki a koe, kia tau ai ngā āhuatanga pāna ki a koe I roto I a mātanei whare, I mua I tō mātanei aroaro I ngā wā katoa. Ka tukuna tēnei whakamoimete I runga I te matua, te tama me te wairua tapu. Kia tau, kia tātou katoa, te ata whai o tō tātanei ariki ai hukuraiti, me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga teitanga ki te wairua tapu, ake ake, amene. So ka pai whanau, kia pai topo, hei konara.